So I saw the play, and I'm a person that loves sports and was a good athlete, and I understand sports really well, really well. And that wasn't a foul. That wasn't even an infraction. That was two guys running full speed that happened to crash into each other. You can't take your foot and properly place it on somebody else's foot when you're going, no, these were two great athletes that got tangled up, and this referee, who is a little bit suspect, if you check his past, I don't want to say that because I don't like to create controversy, but very suspect. If you'd like, I'll provide you with the past. He made a call that nobody could believe. You know, even people on the other side, they say, oh, we got lucky. Wow, and it's very interesting. They say they don't show them in slow motion. And I never realized that. I never heard of that before, that they're not allowed to review in slow motion because it's so different. Because you'll take one little quarter of a second and you'll see that a hand is touching a neck or you'll see something. Whereas when you see it in fast motion, it will look like two guys collided, which is really what happened. They got sort of entangled. He didn't do anything wrong, and he's our best player or one of our best players, a very vital player. And he gave him a red card. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't think it meant much. Then I started hearing that means he can't play in the next game, at least in the next game. I said, boy, that's a big, if it happened to another player, it would have been unfair. But when they take your best player, or just about, they have some great players, and they say you can't play, that's very unfair. That's, it's one thing to penalize somebody for the game, but how do you penalize them for a game that hasn't been played yet? It's very unfair. You can't do that. So, yes, I asked for a review by FIFA.
He admitted to the political fix, but the football gods delivered instant karma. The White House directly intervened to rewrite the rules of the World Cup for striker Folarin Balogun. But last night in Seattle, none of it mattered. Belgium completely humiliated the USMNT in a ruthless 4-1 demolition, dumping the co-hosts out of the round of 16. Welcome back to Footy in 60. Hit that subscribe button right now, because the biggest scandal in football history just ended in total disaster. Before the blowout, journalists cornered President Trump in the Oval Office, asking point blank if he personally pressured FIFA President Gianni Infantino. Trump openly confessed to triggering the review and completely trashed the match official, stating, quote, "This referee, who is a little bit suspect if you check his past, he made a call that nobody could believe. He's one of our best players, and he gave him a red card. I didn't know what that meant. It was an unprecedented abuse of political power, and it sparked a global war of words." Before a ball was even kicked last night, football royalty was utterly disgusted. Manchester United legend Wayne Rooney blasted the loophole, saying, quote, "I got a 3-game ban before Euro 2012, to suspend it for a year is an absolute disgrace, and Infantino should be ashamed. The sportsmanship of this game is in question here." Former Liverpool boss Jurgen Klopp went even further, completely trashing both Trump and Infantino, stating, quote, "If that really was the case, then that's crazy. Let's just say this is our game, not theirs. These two people, who both have no idea about football, should have nothing to do with that." The institutions immediately declared war on FIFA. UEFA released a scathing statement, arguing that a red card suspension is fixed in the rules and cannot be subject to exceptions in the middle of a tournament. UEFA expressed absolute disbelief at the, quote, "unprecedented, incomprehensible, and unjustifiable decision." Even exiled former FIFA president Sepp Blatter fired a massive shot from his account on X, warning, quote, "Red cards are not overturned by political phone calls. If a US president intervenes, the question is unavoidable, quo vadis, FIFA? Football must never become a playground for political power." Gianni Infantino tried to save face, releasing a corporate defense claiming FIFA's judicial bodies acted independently, saying, quote, "Yes, I did receive a call from President Donald Trump, but I always respect the independence of the bodies. But the pitch handles the ultimate truth." Balogun was allowed to play, but Belgium delivered a footballing masterclass. A devastating 4-1 reality check that leaves the USMNT out of the tournament. Belgian head coach Rudi Garcia got the ultimate last laugh after previously calling FIFA's decision an April Fool's joke. Political bullying couldn't save the USMNT from tactical destruction. Was this 4-1 thrashing poetic justice for the game of football? Drop your raw thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button, share this video, and stay locked to Footy in 60. See you in the next 60 seconds.